Go to his country club and sit down.
Get up. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. We live on location today. All right, we at a local park. Lord willing, you'll be edified today. We want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, HASHAM, YAHAWASHI, HASHAM Kakwadash. All right, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth through the Holy Spirit. Peace and blessings and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. All right, through the Spirit. Okay, Lord willing, you be edified today. It's sunny out here, but it's a little chilly. All right, but we're gonna get through it. Edify the body. All right. So whatever y'all got, let's get right to it. Yeah.
It's the book of Psalms,
Shalom.
chapter 147, verses 1. It says, "Praise ye the Lord, for it is good to sing praises unto our power. For it is pleasant, and praise is comely. The Lord doth build up Jerusalem. He gathered together the outcasts of Israel."
Yeah, we understand that now. We always understood that the Lord is building us up as a people, and right now He's gathering His elect. All right, from the four winds. So the elect is being gathered. All right, because we're going to be married to YAHAWASHI when He returns. All right, because technically when YAHAWASHI comes back, He's going to marry the elect. All right, so right now the Lord is what? Gathering us from the four corners of the earth, and He sent His prophets to go forth into the earth and sing this song. All right, pursuing the Revelations 14, and they sung as it were a new song. So that's what we're doing. Go ahead.
He healeth the broken in heart, and bindeth up their wounds. He telleth the number of the stars, He called them all by their names. Great is our Lord, and of great power. His understanding is infinite. The Lord lifteth up the meek. He casteth the wicked down to the ground.
Yeah, the meek is the poor, you know, and He's going to lift us up and put us in our right stead. He's going to put us in our right position as the children of Israel, because ultimately the children of Israel belongs on top, right? We were created to be on top of the nations, but because we broke the law, statutes, and commandments, the Lord put us on the bottom. Okay, but He promised us that He was going to gather us back together, and that's what He's doing now. And once the end of this so-called white man, once the end of his kingdom crumbles, which he's really an Edomite, once the end of his kingdom crumbles, then the Israelites are going to be placed back on top, because YAHAWASHI is coming to take down all the nations, man, and set Israel back on top. Go ahead.
Sing unto the Lord with thanksgiving. Sing praise upon the harp unto our power, who covered the heaven for clouds, who prepared rain for the earth, who maketh grass to grow upon the mountains. He giveth to the beast his food, and to the young ravens which cry. He delighteth not in the strength of the horse. He taketh not pleasure in the legs of men. The Lord taketh pleasure in them that fear Him, and those that hope in His mercy.
Yeah, because them that fear the Lord, you know, when you fear the Lord, ultimately you showing a sign of respect, you know, and you showing that when you fear the Lord, you want to be righteous, because those who don't fear the Lord, those are wicked souls. You know, that's why the Lord said, all they that hate me love death, right? Because when you don't follow His ways, ultimately that makes you wicked. So when you fear the Lord, that, you know, the Lord will consider you, because you showing a sign of respect, you showing humility, you showing that you care about His ways. So He'll protect you. He'll guide you in a time of trouble. He'll be a shield and a buckler, right? So that's why, you know, when you look at us, men like us, we show fear of the Lord. We respect the ways of YAHAWASHI. All right, go ahead.
Praise the Lord, O Jerusalem. Praise thy power, O Zion. For He hath strengthened the bars of thy gates. He hath blessed thy children within thee. He maketh peace in thy borders, and filleth thee with the finest of the wheat. He sendeth forth his commandment upon earth. His word runneth swiftly. He giveth snow like wool. He scattereth the hoarfrost like ashes. He casteth forth his ice like morsels. Who can stand before his cold? He sendeth out his word and melted them. He causeth his wind to blow, and the waters flow. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
Yeah, that's a key scripture that we always would bring out to prove that YAHAWASHI is only dealing with the nation of Israel, the children of Israel. All right, he showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. So that proves that we are an exclusive people unto YAHAWASHI. It tells us that you only have I known of all the families of the earth. And that's the reason why we went into captivity. That's the reason why YAHAWASHI has us in these low conditions. That's why we're under the nations, because he had to punish us as a people, because we're his children. And technically, he just used the other nations as a whipping stick for us to learn a lesson. So that's why these devils, they think they're going to be in power and continue to overtake us and continue to oppress us and continue to put hell on us, when really the Lord just put us on punishment. Nigga, punishment is up. We looking outside. Hey, a couple more days I get to go out there and play. I get to be free. That's us as a people. You know? That's why the Lord said in Lamentations, the 4th chapter, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, thou that dwellest in the land of Uz. Go ahead.
This Psalms 82:3, it says, defend the poor and fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and needy.
Yeah, and that's us. Go ahead.
Deliver the poor and needy. Rid them out of the hand of the wicked.
Yeah, who's the wicked? We know Esau, Edom is the wicked. Go ahead.
They know not, neither would they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. But ye should die like men and fall like one of the princes.
Yeah, it says all the foundations of the earth are out of course because of the wicked being in rulership. And it's not going to be like that when the Lord sets the Israelites back on top.
Ain't gonna be no plastic islands, no fish with was it microplastic?
Yep.
Microplastics in the brain and the blood.
Yep. The animals are suffering because of this man's rulership, and that's why it says that even the trees are going to rejoice when he's taken down, because everything is, you know, everything is tainted, everything is out of course, everything is jacked up. You know, even the foods that you claim to be organic and good, that's just less poison. It's still poison, you know? So, go ahead, what you got?
This is, Deuteronomy 4:7. For what nation is there so great, who hath the Most High so nigh unto them, as the Lord our power is in all things that we call upon him for? And what nation is there so great, that hath statutes and judgments, so righteous as all this law?
And that's, go ahead.
Which I set before you this day.
And that's what has that's why the Lord gave us the law, statutes, and commandments, because what it did was it separated us from the other nations. Because the law, statutes, and commandments are ultimately perfect. If you follow the law, statutes, and commandments perfectly, you know, you won't sin. You can't sin. That's why it says in Hebrews 8, when we fully into the new covenant, that because if you notice, though the law, statutes, and commandments written in the scriptures never changed. The Lord don't change his law. He's not like Esau. 1 year, this is the law, and then the next minute, this. Esau changes his fucking laws every day. The Lord don't change. If you're able to follow the law, statutes, and commandments in the holy scriptures that's written perfectly, you won't sin, and you'll never die.
Yeah, it makes you immortal.
But that's why the Lord programmed us to go off, right? We can't keep the law, statutes, and commandments perfectly. So technically, he created us to sin.
I got a precept right.
So, you know,
subject to vanity.
Subject to vanity. But when it's fulfilled, and the law, statutes, and commandments that's written in this book are written in our inward parts, we're gonna be perfect. Go ahead.
It's a precept of what he's saying. This is Galatians chapter 3, verse 24. On how the law made us separate, and on how when we get in the kingdom, we gonna be made perfect. Wherefore the law was our schoolmaster, to bring us unto YAHAWASHI, that we might be justified by faith. But after the faith is come, we are no longer under a schoolmaster.
Yep.
Because the law, statutes, and commandments is going to be written within our hearts, in our minds. And we're not going to have to teach. We're not going to have to teach it to one another anymore, because it's going to be already written within us. You know,
and right now it's all about our faith.
Yeah.
Because we can't. It's no way possible that we could keep all of the law, statutes, and commandments in Esau's kingdom. So the Lord gave us faith, which is a gift. He gave us another gift. He gave us the faith. All right. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to keep all of these laws, but I'm gonna give you another gift. Here's some faith.
Some faith and hope.
Take some of that. Because you can't have faith, man. You can't be a faithless nigga and have faith. You cannot. You know, a lot of niggas are faithless. They can't accept that gift.
You can't have faith without hope, or hope without faith. They both hand in hand.
All the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So if you ain't got no faith, you're gonna die. That's ultimately what the scriptures say. Go ahead, bro.
So say those who don't believe should not be defended.
Back in Deuteronomy 4:9. Only take heed to thyself and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thy eyes have seen, unless they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life, but teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons. And that's what happened with our people, man. You know, they started getting into the Hellenization, you know, the Babylonian customs, the Persian customs, the Roman customs, and then over time, man, you know, they lost track of what's considered right or wrong. And you look at Jake today, and the scriptures say that their deeds shall overpass the wicked. Whenever there's a wicked trend going on, man, it's always Jake as the ringleader of it. You know?
And Esau puts that shit out in the algorithm. Like we just was looking at before camp. We was looking at a trend that's a trendy dance, and Esau puts that shit on the algorithms, man. These phones, they listen to you, they spy on you. You might be talking about dog food. You fucking click on TikTok, it's ads of dog food. You could be talking about anything. It'll pop up on, you know, in the ads and shit.
I got you.
Man, I was talking to you brothers about when I hurt my leg a little bit ago, and I go on YouTube, and there's all these videos about how to fix a hurt hamstring.
That's this devil, you know, spying on you, listening to you. Go ahead.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verses 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. His soul is not upright. Like, there's devices that's literally like spying you. That's not upright because he made that wicked device.
Yeah, Esau, because ultimately he don't want you to have no privacy. That's why he wants to chip you. The nigga wants to hear you snoring at night, man, if he could. He's a freak.
And the information because Esau's big thing right now is this AI. And the information that AI can gather, I mean, geez, man, like, when you actually see a demonstration, it's like 100,000 people all working at once to data mine somebody, man. Like, the information it can find on you in just a couple of seconds is unbelievable, you know? And they're going to start using this. From what I heard, the IRS is going to start implementing this shit to find out who's, you know, to nickel and dime you on your fucking taxes starting next year.
And the AI, it's gonna seem like a miracle because that's one of his miracles that the Lord gave him. You know, this nigga's about to start showing you what he's capable of and what the Most High gifted him with. Because a lot of you niggas don't really know that this devil, he got some shit. He got some shit that's coming. He gonna show you his real weapons. He gonna show you his real artificial intelligence. He gonna show you his real DARPA robot dogs and all the big guns that he got. He gonna bring them shits out, man.
Oh yeah, man. ChatGPT, they have an insider test right now where they're basically what are they doing? They're calling it a reasoning engine, where the AI can actually reason now, and they've done simulations where it analyzes court cases and it creates artificial jurors that review the evidence and come up with a conclusion, and the artificial judge makes a judgment.
Well, that's
and
wicked
that's
right there.
and that's what he's
wicked
going
right
for,
there.
man.
Yeah.
That's what he's going for.
Nigga,
That's in movies too.
You catch a judgment
new,
off AI.
the new fighter jets that America's working on, their AI targeting system could shoot you down way before you even know you're getting locked on. So I mean, things are about to turn up in 2025, man. You know, because Esau, he's not using this AI to help you. Okay, he's doing this to keep you deeper in the pit, to take away your job off the factory. All right, to spy on you, to get information on you, to oppress you.
And that social media gonna be a dangerous weapon used in the near future too. That social media, they could ruin people's lives with.
It's getting wild out
So
there,
it's
brothers.
the spirit. The elders said all GMS members get off of Facebook. Because Facebook alone is trouble.
Yeah.
Facebook could get you in a situation.
You could be minding your business.
Yeah. Shit, just take a tag or a comment
Mind your
or
business.
whatever.
All the
Remember when I
48ers,
first,
man. The 48ers own all these properties.
When I first had Facebook a long time ago, we used to post scriptures every day, you know. But you ain't really gotta let the world know, you know, what you believe in, man. You just blend in.
It's best not to.
Yeah, you ain't gotta walk around and
I'm a
take
Hebrew
pictures
Israelite.
in your garment, you know. You just want the world to perceive you as a regular person, but you really serving the Lord.
I mean, every brother's, you know, faced that incidents where somebody finds out you don't eat pork and it turns into a big fucking thing. You know, even though it don't matter, you know, if they choose not to do something or to do something, you know, you can't criticize them. But these people of the world,
Yeah, they criticize you for not doing something.
My cousin came in my store today. She said, "You ever had one of these and a pasta salad?" I said, "Nah, so I don't eat pork." She said, "Oh," and pursued to buy her swine.
and then they look at you like, "Oh, you think you're better than me?" And the answer is, yes, we are better than you. We don't think, we know. Okay,
Yeah,
but that don't mean we should get proud and boast about it. But
we just don't swine and dine, okay?
yeah, no dining on
We
the
don't
swine.
swine and dine.
It's common knowledge that pork is bad. It's common knowledge.
And a lot of people who don't have no faith don't eat pork because they just do the research on it. But go ahead, let's get back into it. That was it. You still got more in Habakkuk?
Yeah.
Here comes the nosy Edomite. Go ahead.
There's just exactly.
Go ahead.
Habakkuk 2 and 5.
Let's get the slavery script now.
Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell.
Yeah, we know that the wines are representative of his philosophies. That's the way he transgresses. You know, he puts out those wicked philosophies, laws, you know, and he puts out wicked decrees in the earth.
Decrees.
Yeah, and he stands on that shit. You know, that's why the scriptures say the nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad, because a lot of the nations are even starting to see that his ways are the ways of death. They want to go back to their own ways. But they like, we can't follow this nigga no more, man. You know?
Yeah, but that was
There was a
cup in the Lord's hand.
there was a Jake on TikTok today I seen, and he was on the podium and he said, "I got 2 sons, and I don't want nobody to tell my son that he could be a girl. So I'm voting for Donald Trump." And the crowd started cheering and shit. And I said, "Shit, hey, Jake got a point, you know."
JD Vance was on Joe Rogan talking about that, man. He said, "Yeah, all the weird gay people are for Kamala. All the normal gay people are for Trump, even though that don't make no damn sense,
Right?
Both sides.
Because they're all weird."
Yeah, it's all, you know. Both sides are of the wicked, but Esau basically likes to make it seem like, you know, good versus evil, you know, red versus blue. Ah, man, they all working for the elite at the end of the day.
But it's their own version of what's considered
it's
righteous
at this
and
point.
wickedness, man. You know, it's Esau's version of what's considered right and wrong.
Yep.
You know, not what the scriptures
Not what the
actually
scriptures
say.
say. Yep. Go ahead.
Shall not all these take a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe unto him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
And we know that goes into his debt. And this devil, he can't get himself out of debt if he tried. You know, that's actually a part of his downfall, which is being in debt. High inflation, you know, and on top of that, this Federal Reserve note, this American dollar, is not backed by anything. It's basically just a piece of paper. You know,
when you're in a lot of debt, you can't, like the scriptures say, the borrower is servant to the lender.
Yep.
You know, you kind of lose what they call your sovereignty. You know, because all the debtors try and, you know, tell you how to, you got to do this, you got to do that. Just think if you, you know, people that declare bankruptcy, you know, the debtors, they're in control of your paycheck. You don't get no spending money. The judge sits there and determines what percent goes to this, what percent goes to your kids, what percent goes to the bank or whatever that you owe money to.
Yeah. Hey, Aaron, this is the devil we talking about. Why would he pay back what he owed?
Right.
And while this is all going on, Bricks building up. You know, they definitely put in the work as in getting their currency up, and it's a lot of countries all together getting their own currency and banning the dollar.
And ultimately, what's gonna happen is the chip, which we know, you know, it's gonna be a one world currency, man. Which is that chip, which all nations are gonna be subject to using that chip. All people. That's why the Lord said, and He calls it all. All right, it's gonna be a one world currency. That's why we know that this devil is working on what, his new world order. Go ahead.
This is Psalms 10 and 3. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire. And what's the heart's desire of the wicked right now? To bring everybody under that one world order, man. You know, everybody's got to unify. Anybody who's not down with his agenda is causing division right now. You're an extremist or whatever.
Anti-Semite.
Yeah, what did Aaron Russo say? He said Nick Rockefeller and the elites, they want total control over the people. You know?
Well, that's the motto of the World Economic Forum. You will own nothing and be happy.
Now, if that ain't a proud motherfucker right there, man, I don't know what is, man.
They're basically saying we're going to create this own little Disneyland, and everything that you get is going to come from us.
Yeah, be happy with what you get. But guess what? That's why brothers should be happy that we know that YAHAWASHI is coming back, because he's not going to allow that to happen to his elect men. You know, he's going to let, that's why it says that he has balance that he cannot pass, because Esau, he technically living on borrowed time right now.
And even in this society, man, we technically don't really even own anything. If you own a house, you gotta pay taxes on that son of a bitch every year, or you get it repossessed. How do you actually own something if it could get repossessed by a higher authority? Because you're not paying a yearly annual fee, even though you already paid for it.
Yeah,
you know,
because the regular people, we are slaves. Slaves don't own shit.
Even if you do, let's say you bought your car with $5,000 cash, right? You still can't drive that motherfucker if you don't abide by his license plates, if you don't abide by his registration. So if you don't have those things, you can't drive the car. So do you technically own it? You might own it, but you can't drive that motherfucker.
And they can come take the car.
Yeah. So even if you buy something cash, you still really don't fucking own it, man. You know? This whole setup is to make you feel like a slave. I got a $5 million house, but you gotta pay taxes on it, nigga.
Property tax. If you don't pay property
You know?
taxes, you got nothing.
We just say oppression make it the wise man mad. You know, of course we don't walk around angry all day, but like we tired of this.
I didn't even see these precepts. Shalom, brother.
But when you come into work, they want you to smile and shit.
Yasher Olive 144, Proverbs 22 and 7. The rich ruleth over the poor, and like you said, the borrower is servant to the lender. Proverbs 8 and 12. I wisdom dwell with the prudence. Damn, so like it says Proverbs 18 and 12. I wisdom dwell with the prudence and find out the knowledge of witty inventions. Salakia.
Is that good? Or?
Yeah, it's good.
Sorry, brothers. We were having some.
Proverbs 28:4. They forsake the law, praise the wicked, but such as keep the law contend with them.
And well, hey, that's the truth, man. Anybody who tries to upload the values of the scriptures, man, they come at you, especially this media. You know, they come at you, man. The people on social media, they act like you're a demon if you don't support their weird lifestyles.
Yeah, or when you tell people, they ask you who you voting for, you say I don't vote. They look at you funny.
Oh, that's
like you don't have a right not to vote. I ain't got to vote for none of these fucking wicked motherfuckers, man.
And the funny thing is we know more about what's going on than all you fucking losers, man.
Dummies.
All you idiots.
Because I'm looking at you niggas like a bunch of fucking retards, man, when you talk about voting. You make me sick when you talk about voting. You make me realize how much of a peon you are when you talk about voting.
Somebody text me, they said they voted. That shit got me like,
you walking around with them ugly ass circle pins on your shirt. I voted like a fucking dummy, man.
Kamala Harris got on the top of the ticket and she didn't even win her primary.
That's stupid, man.
Bernie Sanders won his primary and they didn't even put him on the ticket. They put Biden instead. They could put whoever they want up there, man. And they could take off whoever they want.
And they're gonna put who they want in there. Mm-hmm. And furthermore, the Lord is putting who the fuck he want in there, man. So why the fuck would I vote if I know the Lord gonna put who he want in there?
Right.
What my vote is gonna rule the Lord's decision. A lot of you niggas don't believe it. Y'all don't believe in prophecy. Y'all don't believe in the most. Why the fuck would we vote when we know the Lord gonna put the next president of Babylon the Great in there himself? It's really not the elite, it's really the Lord, man.
Yeah.
That's a very confusing topic for these Christians, man. They don't understand that.
Just like it's the Lord creating this chaos. The government officials, they letting it be known that they're preparing for riots.
Yeah,
they're preparing for riots and looting.
They had at the White House, they were having Black Hawk helicopters do evacuation drills.
And they putting fences around and shit. And
this
putting
was the other
TVs
night.
up.
So the Lord is about to ultimately stir the minds of the people. Our job is to sit back and watch this shit burn, man.
Yes.
That's all we gotta do.
And smile.
With the ruling class mindset, man.
We smile at that.
Because the slaves that follow this stuff, the people with the slave mind, they get all the anxiety. Oh man, I wonder if Trump's gonna get in there. I wonder if Kamala's gonna get in there. Oh man.
Niggas ain't sleeping.
I hope Russia don't. I hope if they get Trump in there that Russia doesn't attack us first. These people are fucking.
and Trump supporters are already talking about bringing their guns out. If we lose,
bring them out, baby.
They already talking about it. It's videos
Civil War. Bring them out. Civil War.
Let's get that scripture. Let's get that scripture.
This Isaiah chapter 19 verses 1. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I was said the Egyptians.
And that's what you see right now. You're seeing all of these people who's supposed to be one nation under God. You see these motherfuckers separated over two people who don't give a fuck about them. Think about how beautiful that is. Oh, that nigga support Trump. Oh, that.
Because a nation that's divided cannot stand.
Right. They can't agree on a path forward. They can't agree on how to solve problems. And that's what's going on with America right now. There's so many fucking problems in this place, man, that you can't solve them all, no matter who gets in. You know, even if the elites have a sincere desire of healing this place, which we know the scriptures say they can't.
They have to wipe the table clean.
Yeah. The Lord's given this place too much to
Lord
overcome.
said it could not be healed.
Yep. Lord will give this place so much hell, man. No matter who gets in there, won't be able to solve it. You know, like what's Esau going to do with a natural disaster? Let's say a major volcano or earthquake comes and disrupts shit. You know, Esau can't protect America from that shit. He can't protect America from a solar flare that disrupts the communications and the power and things.
Speaking of that, they keep warning us about solar flares. That's just them preparing the people's minds for blackouts without telling them that they go cause it.
Right, because you know they have to like kind of say it before they do it. Yeah. That's Isaiah 19:2, and I would set the Egyptians against the Egyptians.
Which that's what you see right now. You see Americans going at each other because of who they're voting for.
Up an Egyptian against Egyptian. It's like I said, these Edomites already talking about getting their guns if Trump lose, and that they not gonna allow none of that Kamala shit to go on.
Right, and then so if I got a Harris shirt on, you got a Trump, we looking at each other funny.
Yeah, looking at each other funny. But it's beautiful though. We want as a man of the Lord, because we want YAHAWASHI to come back. We want these things to happen. It's gonna be ugly. Rather, whoever gets elected is gonna be ugly, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be
shit gonna get stirred up.
It's like gangs in the political world.
Yep.
You got Trump and Kamala. That's Crips and Bloods, or G's and BDs.
And it's getting ready to heat up. Go ahead.
And they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
Hey, city against city. You got red states, you got blue states, right? You got so-called Democrats and you got the Republicans.
And I just mentioned earlier, down in Florida, a group of teenage Republicans were harassing people that was voting. They had machetes. You can go look it up because they got charged with second-degree assault and some other shit. But yeah, they had one person had a machete. Other Edomites had shovels. That's Egyptian against Egyptian, and that's on a very small level right there. And that's teenagers harassing people that's just simply voting. So imagine when shit really hit the fan. People gonna be really legit attacking each other
over these fucking votes.
Yeah.
Even though your fucking the elites is the one that's controlling who in the seat. So you fighting over really for what?
Yeah, just like in the movie Civil War, when he said, "Which you American, but which American are you?"
Well, he did.
Yeah, what kind of American are you? Like, okay, you American, but which one are you?
I think he asked her what state she was from too.
Yes, yeah, he did ask what state you from. He said, "Oh, good state." So motherfuckers really gonna be on that time. Oh, okay, you a Democrat or Republican? Oh, what are your views? You right, or you left?
And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits.
And that's what we're getting ready to see. We're getting ready to see the spirit of this place fucking crumble, man. That's why I said all we gotta do is sit back and watch the show, because we not a part of this shit, man. That's why the Lord told us to come out the fucking world, man. We ain't a part of this.
Yeah, it says, "Be not partaker of a plague." This the plague.
Yeah, we don't want to be a part of your conversations when it comes to politics. We serve the Lord, man. Hey, a brother might give his view. You know, if you cool with somebody at work, you might give your view on what you think. You know,
what we do, we give our views on what's right and what's wrong. We're not picking a side.
Spirit of the Lord.
We pick the truth.
Yeah, we pick the truth, man. I'm not saying brothers can't talk about it, but
we could say we against.
You're not gonna catch us at a fucking voting booth, man.
Right.
With some crack.
Come on, brother. Let's go get some gas. We gotta gas the car up. We gotta go vote. We gotta get lunch before we vote.
Right.
You know, you can have conversations with people, but like I said, these motherfuckers today, man, they look. If you tell them you don't vote, they really look at you funny. And guess what? What Pop say? I don't give a damn.
and like how I brought up earlier, the ballots being destroyed.
Yeah, they getting set on fire, arson.
But that's
sabotage.
all by design, man.
Yeah.
All of that's on purpose to stir you people up.
Confusion.
If Esau knows that if he put ballots being burnt on mainstream media, people are gonna be stirred up.
Yes.
This nigga is playing games with you fucking dummies, man. He's playing games with y'all people. He's setting up riot barricades.
Yeah.
What do you do before you know it's a concert? You set it up. You put up gates. You put the stage up.
Security.
That's what this nigga is doing to y'all, man.
Hey, the George Floyd situation. What was they doing? Setting up motherfucking pallets of bricks on corners.
Yeah.
Pallets of rock. Leaving U-Haul trucks with the door open with projectiles in it.
Mm-hmm. Waiting, staging it for niggas, man.
The people gonna come out and protest, but guess what? We gonna give them something to motivate them to loot and destroy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you don't know that, brother. You could have just been taking a clip of anything. That's
right.
what they'll fucking say. It's not getting me to just pop into the frame like that.
Yeah, right.
But that's the mindset of these people, man. They denied the evidence that's right in front of them, no matter how much it's in their face, because they're living in a delusion.
Yeah.
Okay, disillusion.
Yeah, and that was actually part of the Esau Edom's plan to where people won't even believe the truth, even if it's put right in their face. I can't think of the Edomite's name, but he said that was pretty much the goal was, when you got the people seeing things and they can't even believe the truth. They don't even know what to believe.
Part of the Communist Manifesto. And by the way, Kamala Harris's father wrote this in his own book because he was a professor on communism. Said that one of the ways to get communism growing in a society is to accuse your opposition of doing something that you're doing, because it confuses everybody. Because then people start picking sides. Oh, well, he's telling the truth, he's lying. He's telling the truth, he's lying. Even though both sides could be lying.
And that's what Babylon was really big for them doing, because and that's why Babylon used to be, America's the good guys.
Like
they was the worst ones.
The other day, NBC News did a report that about election fraud, and they were saying that it was Russian disinformation. Okay, they keep accusing Russia over the course of these past few years of getting involved in everything, meddling in America's business. But it's the exact opposite. America's the one that's messing with all their affairs. See, you blame the other side for the thing that you're doing, okay? So that creates an illusion of who's really telling the truth.
Right, because we just wrote in Habakkuk, the second chapter, how he enlarged his desires hell and he keep it neither at home.
Like Esau Edom, before he goes and bombs a country, he'll talk about human rights abuses or we got to spread democracy here and there. But yet you're doing the same thing that they're doing, but worse.
Yeah, talking
The
about
hypocritical
human rights,
nation,
about to
man.
go drop bombs on them.
Yeah, he's a hypocrite. Get the book of Obadiah.
We were getting into how there was an NBC News report the other day about election fraud, and NBC News was blaming the Russians. They blame the Russians for everything.
Yeah, but all of that, like I said, all of that burning ballots and them putting it on the news, they want people to see that, man. All it's doing is stirring the minds of the people. Mm-hmm. They want people to be in a frenzy. They want people to see they burning ballots. That's Trump team. That's Trump team burning ballots. You can't feed into that shit, man. It's all bullshit.
They want the people to know it ain't fair.
And they blame everything on Russia, so they got the scapegoat, because that's who the target is right now.
Like the video you sent when the dude was at the voting booth, he was trying to push vote for Donald Trump, and it wasn't letting him do the shit, and he was pushing Trump name, and it went on Kamala's name. Now that shit probably really could have happened, but doesn't Esau have a way with tampering with machines? If you go to the casino, that nigga's only gonna let you win a certain amount of money because he got the machine program. So you don't think they could tamper with a voting machine? It's all psychological, man. This nigga, yes, Esau could very well be controlling the voting machines. He's got the gift of controlling technology and AI. So yeah, he's fucking with everything to make. Now imagine that dude that was pushing for Trump. Imagine how pissed off he was. The fuck,
Probably waited in line 2 hours.
Yeah, man.
This man is a great deceiver.
Yeah, he's a great deceiver, man.
Finally got up there and been standing there for 2 hours.
24/7 is non-stop. You're literally just in the midst of it.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, it's nothing but deception.
Because these dummies that's voting, they taking this shit serious, man. So if you pushing one candidate's name and the machine ain't letting you do it, you're gonna be pissed. But that's because all of you people are lost. You're stuck in the ways of Egypt. You're stuck in the ways of Egypt, man.
And that way there, when their candidate so-called loses, they could blame the Russians. Because that's who the target is right now. Them and Iran. Remember they were blaming Iran for the Trump assassination attempt? Iran didn't have no fucking part of that, man. You people you've been, ever since I was little, America's been looking for any reason to go into Iran, man.
He blames everybody but himself. He's the cause of his own destruction.
When really, if you weren't meddling in everybody's business, none of these situations would really be happening.
And if you look at older pictures before America started going over there in the Middle East, dropping bombs and shit, it looked decent over there. You know, it was palm trees, and they still had strips and pallet, and they had a little nice setup over there. You know, it didn't look war torn and rubble like how it is now.
Their people were educated. The literacy rate was higher. They had more prosperity. You know, and then America comes in and
And they somewhat followed the ways of, the East. Their traditions were more lined up with the scriptures rather than the ways of the West, because the ways of the West is just out of order.
There's some order over there.
Yeah. That's why you notice a lot of Arab countries, they kind of like follow the ways of the Lord in some ways. Some traditions.
Crime not like
There's some similarities.
Yeah, some similarities.
Yeah.
But that's because going back to the ancient world, they were close with us.
Rubbed off.
But
Like,
this devil, man. Oh, go ahead.
They don't eat the swine.
Yep.
They have a closer family unit. Their women ain't.
The women are covered.
They don't tolerate that
order.
mobile kid shit.
Yeah.
You stealing, you might fuck around and lose a hand. like legit.
They'll still stone your ass, man.
Yeah.
Some of them niggas will still stone you to this day.
I seen the video recently. They stoned somebody.
It's an ancient world custom.
It's more ready. I don't know the right word, but it's more
It's not a do as thou wilt feel,
It's
because you know that there's a judgment behind it.
There's consequences for your actions.
right. Yeah. We have a certain way of living here. You can't be living lawlessly.
Rather versus the ways of the West, you could pretty much you could be a freak
Just like
everything but a Jew.
and prosper.
Just like what was that?
Yeah.
Wiz Khalifa when he smoked on the stage over there.
Yep.
He looking at like some years he looking at getting charged for some years in prison or some shit like that. You can't go over to certain countries and just do shit. Like even if something as little as smoking weed, you go over to another country doing that, your ass going to jail.
You see what they did with Andre the Giant, Brittany Griner.
I think Wiz got charges on him.
Brittany
That's
the
what I'm talking
Giant.
about, Wiz.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But you see what they did to Andre the Giant, Brittany Griner. She tried to go over there with that pin, and they kept her ass
Right, for a minute too.
for a pin.
Man, Andre the Giant. I'm not talking about Brittany Griner, but Andre the Giant, man, that's the biggest man I ever seen in my life. I seen Shaq in real life, and he fucking beat Shaq.
Because these people they got that Babylon juice. They think they can just go ahead.
They think they can take
same
the juice
shit.
anywhere.
Yeah.
That's how proud you is. You think you could the way you behave in America, you think you could do that shit anywhere. Nah, nigga.
Getting caught
But yet,
up.
if you come here and you want to have a tight knit family unit with your children in subjection,
What's the problem?
and maybe you might have a couple wives, they won't allow that shit.
Right.
Shit, not that long ago, in the recent months or year, a black woman in Dubai got locked the fuck up because she raised her voice over there. Was yelling at it and was raising her voice at men.
None of that loud.
Yeah.
She that is
Yeah,
what's it say? She that is Proverbs 9:13. A foolish woman is clamorous.
She's simple and knows
She's simple
nothing,
You
man.
loud over there running your mouth with that nigga woman spirit. Lock her ass up.
Think about how it is in the hood, man.
Yeah.
Think about how it is in the hood. You hear one black woman's voice from fucking 3 blocks away. Wah, 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 wah. All the time.
Oh man, it's so aggravating.
Let's get back into
This is
it.
Obadiah 1:15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
The day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. That's all the nations, you know, including Esau, Edom. You was gonna say something?
Yeah, I mean that's, I mean, and it's coming right now, man. You know, we could see the curses being put on these devils, man. You know, you could see it every day. Their sons are effeminate. You know,
Edomites crying on TikTok saying how they can't afford shit. How am I gonna do it? Jake,
your daughters
Jake living
don't
check
even,
to check, and he good.
Your daughters are told to hate their own race.
Yeah,
and they do. Hey man, Eve was beguiled by the serpent. All these women, really, all these women just follow the serpent, man. You know.
I got a precept too.
Go ahead, get it real
It's
quick.
Ezekiel chapter 30, verse 3. For the day is near, even the day of the Lord is near. A cloudy day. It shall be the time of the heathen.
Yeah, the time of the heathen, the time that you're visited, the time that you're taken down, the time that your ass no longer has a place in rulership.
Yeah, the heathen get a day too. They get a day.
Heathen day. Y'all niggas got a day for everything else. National Boyfriend Day, National Girlfriend Day, fucking National fucking Dog Day.
It was tight end
National
day last
fucking
Sunday.
tight end day, National Cupcake Day, National Cake Day. All this bullshit, man.
Shit every month.
All this bullshit. National fucking everything day. Well, it's gonna be a day, National Heathen Day.
Fucking dingus
All of
day.
you are taken down, and you're enslaved by the Hebrew Israelites.
It's coming.
Jeremiah 30:16.
Shit.
Ain't gonna be no.
We might have a day we just fuck heathen. Yo, today, yo, it's heathen day, y'all. Today we just smacking heathens today.
Hallows Eve ain't gonna be in the kingdom.
Yeah, because right now
Thanksgiving ain't gonna be in the kingdom. Neither's Xmas. Neither's fucking Dingus Day or fucking Valentine's Day or whatever day.
Yeah, because right now we're in the time of holiday season.
Ain't gonna be no Pride Month either.
Oh, go ahead.
It's gonna be a bad word in the kingdom, pride. For the day of the Lord is upon all the heathen, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. And all that corruption, all that oppression, it's gonna be flipped on you in the kingdom, man. You know, you're gonna have to pay your tab up. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been.
That means you're gonna be forced into a position that you don't want to be.
The heathen.
Because you're gonna drink and swallow.
You know, under subjection.
So you're gonna be forced into captivity, into slavery. You're not gonna like it, but there's gonna be nothing you can do about it, because first and foremost, it's already written. Even though you're ruling right now, your judgment is already written. So that means that it has to happen. You on top, but it's prophesied that you're going to the bottom. It's just a matter of time. Okay? Just like when we read about how we're gonna get new bodies, and we read about how we're gonna rule with rods of iron, and we read about how we're gonna run and not be tired. It's already gonna happen. It's just a matter of time.
It's already done.
Okay? We already know what we're gonna get, what we're gonna receive, Lord willing. It's just a matter of time.
Our bodies are already prepared.
So we're good. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be good, man. It's just a matter of time. That's why when we see your society going to shit, when we see the people being dumbed down to thinking like rocks, we understand, okay, it's almost over.
That's called measuring the times.
Measuring the times. You know, because right now this society ain't on no fucking up and up. It's on the down and down. As Apostle Gabar would like to say, it's circling the drain. Go ahead.
Verse 17. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions.
So deliverance is coming to Mount Zion, which are the children of Israel. We're the only people who could be delivered. The Lord is not delivering heathens. He's not delivering other nations. Period.
And just like I mentioned earlier, you know, one of the models of the WEF is you will own nothing and be happy. Well, y'all are gonna own nothing.
Yep.
And I mean, we don't know about the happiness part yet, because it's, you know, especially you Edomites, you're not gonna be happy at all.
Well, I will say that the other nations, they will have their plot of land at the end of the deal, but they're not gonna have any type of rulership. You're not gonna have any say so in what happens anywhere.
No type of authority.
No authority.
But hey, but the scriptures say that everybody's gonna know the laws in the kingdom, man.
You're gonna follow. Yep.
So once you get, what's that word? Acclimated or assimilated or whatever.
Just say settled.
Settled into the kingdom.
It's settled.
All right. You're gonna realize, wait a minute. My son here, there's no chance of him being a Momo. My daughter, she's living under my roof. She's not a hoe. You know, you're gonna realize how much better life is, even though you're not gonna possess anything. Okay.
And if you do go off, you're gonna be judged because you're not gonna be able to keep the laws perfectly. So there will be judgment happening. There will be ass kicking happening.
Righteous.
Right? There will be righteous
justice.
There will be righteous beatings taking place because you're not gonna be perfect.
You know, see Moab trying to make some fucking rice. Some rats and rice. Like, okay, you got one today.
Yeah, you will not be perfect.
Doing what?
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. He said they doing what? Go ahead.
Verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble.
And the house of Esau for stubble. Go ahead.
And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it.
So that's why they call us a hate group. That's why they say we're teaching hate. That's why they say we're preachers of hate. That's why they say we in a cult. Because we're prophesying what the Holy Scriptures say.
That was just one verse too.
Yeah, in its true form. We're telling you that there's gonna be one day where you don't exist. Okay?
That's
From the Bible.
That's a lot of hatred in just one verse, man. That's a lot. That's a very telling verse.
You know,
I 1:18.
But if I was an Edomite and I was in power, I would say we gotta get these niggas out of here, man. Yeah. We gotta demonize these niggas because they fucking us up right now.
Yeah, fuck that.
You know, these niggas tell, and the crazy part is they can't touch us, man. They can't touch us.
And one thing that gets Edomites mad is when they can't control you. See, they know that they can't really control us. They know that they have us under some kind of, you know, subjection. Obviously, we have to, you know,
and that should boost your faith more, because if it was up to these devils, they would not have us out here teaching none of this.
Right? They can't control our minds.
It's not up to them. It's not up to them.
They can't hold materialistic shit or things of this world over our head, because we don't give a fuck.
Man's going up the Lord, so however the Lord wanted to play out is gonna go that way.
Now they're gonna they infiltrate, and they could get Jake to sell out, but on a host they can't take this truth out of the earth.
And it's prophesied that some guys would you know, take the bag or whatever, give like, oh hey, the scriptures say brother shall betray brother to death and shall deliver
There's
them.
guys that's already sold out. This is Joel 3:7, Yasharallah 144. Behold, I will raise them out of the place where ye have sold them, and will return your own recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your sons and your daughters unto the hands of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people afar off, for the Lord have spoken it. So did that not happen to Jake? Was not our children sold and bought on auction blocks?
And what do you goody two-shoe Christians have to think about that, man? You're all about freedom and anti-slavery and that, but that scripture just shows that our oppressors' children are going to be sold into slavery and captivity.
And not I don't think all the times I went to church, I don't think I ever heard a pastor say the word heathen.
Hey, there was
Where the fuck the heathen?
Hey, you almost went to jail over that word, man.
Yeah, right.
fucking terror came up to the camp years ago and called the police. Matter of fact,
No. Mark and
they went to jail because of that. Yeah, man, brothers went to
One
jail
called him a heathen, the other one called
years
him a
back.
faggot.
For dude called a dude a heathen. He called the police, and 2 brothers in the camp went to jail.
Yeah.
We haven't seen him since, man. I mean, we might have seen him once, but who knows if he even still alive?
Yeah, dude looked like Russell Simmons, but he had the spirit of a terror.
He is.
And we titled the video the Russell Simmons Terror.
Yeah.
Calls cops or something. That's back when we used to title the videos part by part. Part 1, Russell Simmons Terror calls the cops on the brothers.
We ain't got that kind of creativity no more, man. Coming up with those.
Nah, you just go live now. Back then, brother, we wasn't going live. Now you just go live.
Sitting there on the computer, you know, putting the pictures in and all that, and the intros. Nah, that's for IUIC now, all that fucking fluff and puff. You guys really are glorified Christians. And man, what brought that to mind was last night I was watching the Dallas live stream. Them brothers out there, and some Christians came up and they were asking them something simple, like about the MOTV. Ariella was grilling him, man, because you know that brother. You know, he was grilling him. He kept asking him over and over again, like, what is your pastor's interpretation of that?
Right.
And they said, well, we didn't really discuss that. How do you not discuss that? It's life or death.
That's
man.
a major end time prophecy in the Holy Scriptures.
That's something that if you get wrong, you get put to death.
But that's because the reason why they pastor didn't discuss it with him is because they in there reading 2 Psalms and 2 Proverbs and dancing and being fed bullshit.
And what got them offended was they came up and they heard them brothers talking about having side pieces and concubines, man. You know, and they were getting into the scriptures, getting into how these ancient men had multiple wives and all that.
Yeah.
And they got it.
Because IUIC, one of the heads of IUIC, one of the not one of the heads, but one of the like captains or whatever, he posted that picture. I guess he was with his wife, and he said, "Real men."
I seen that.
Real men have 1 woman.
Yeah.
A real man has 1 woman. They don't have thoughts or side pieces.
Yeah, I seen. Yup, that was it.
So was Solomon not a real man?
And there's nigga, the 12 tribes.
That dude, right?
This nation was created off men having multiple women, man.
Yeah,
Jacob had multiple women.
Even in slavery, even the slave masters had
King David, Solomon.
During the time of Egypt, man, how do you think we did all that breeding? It wasn't just 1 woman to 1 man.
Now, like the brother was saying, we don't really encourage. We don't tell brothers, hey man, go get you 4 women, because in these times it's going to 1 woman is a fucking distraction.
Yeah, the scripture said those that have wives be as though you had none. And
We don't push that doctrine to have multiple women, but if a brother does have 2 to 3 women he's dealing with, he's not breaking the law.
Right.
You know, but is it expedient? No.
The scripts even tell you, and if you don't have a wife, don't even go looking for one, just because of the times we in.
But
if you burn,
if
you're burning.
When we step into that kingdom,
Shit.
you ain't gonna have 1 woman, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna have as many as your heart desire.
Yeah. Shit.
Ain't no Israelite man gonna have 1 woman.
Hey, if you
man,
forsake your
in my
wives,
opinion.
you get them back 100-fold, right?
Who the hell gonna have 1? Who the hell gonna have 1 woman in the kingdom,
What
man?
kind of real man just wants 1?
And you think it's baddies out here now? Shit. The baddie on this side is trash compared to what's gonna be in the kingdom.
Let's look at it on the carnal level.
You on the carnal level.
Really, only the ways of the West teach you that shit. Only Esau says a man's supposed to have more than just 1 woman. When you go over there and you deal with Ishmael, man, those different princes, those rich Ishmaelite princes, they got plenty of women, man, plenty of wives, and all of those women are in line. You know. Now I don't know if they get down like that. I don't know if they'll give their wives away, but I know that they do have more than 1. All right, in different parts of the world, they have more than 1 wife, man. That's the ways of the West.
And you can't really have in this society, man. These women, they're too free of speech. In those societies, they shut the hell up and just go along for the ride, man. Oh wait, we're living good, we're rich. Okay, cool. So what if I gotta keep my mouth shut in public? You couldn't Can you imagine having 4 black women here in America,
Fuck
man?
no, man. You jump over the falls.
You'd be like, Diamond, whatever the hell her name is.
Jump over the Grand Canyon. Man,
Got a
them bitches
porn
will
star.
drive you crazy.
What? That chick who
Man.
dropped over the falls a few days ago with her kids.
But I will say this, man. We'll end it on this. In the kingdom of heaven, Israelite men are gonna have multiple women, man. Because women are gonna be perfectly aligned with you.
Isaiah 41.
They're gonna be perfectly. Ain't gonna be no back talk. Ain't gonna be no. If you want multiple wives, you're gonna be able to have that because
And-
that's what your heart desires.
And us as men, we gonna be made perfect and have the spirit of mind to handle it too.
Yep. It's gonna. Go ahead.
Because even on this side in the carnal flesh, it's not having multiple wives. It's not,
just not time.
Yeah, it just ain't time.
It's not time.
You ain't got the emotional energy.
It's not against the law, but it's just not time.
And they don't
Patience,
respect
the-
us enough for that.
Yeah.
The funds, the finances, like that. Yeah,
And it don't matter if she's so caught in the truth, neither, man.
yeah. Like
It don't matter.
Small.
Because then she'll use the scriptures against you. Well, you know the scriptures say this. She'll start trying to teach you.
It's contentious. A contentious.
It's just not. It's not expedient, man.
Right.
But in the kingdom, we're gonna have multiple women, point blank, period. You know, you ain't gonna have one woman in the damn kingdom, man.
They're gonna be ladylike.
And the reason why the IUIC teaches that is because they trying to please the women, because women bring the money, so they want to please the women. You know. Hey, so with that, all right, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna give all, Lord willing, you were edified. We're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Ba'Shem, Yahawashi, Ba'Shem, Rakakodash. All right, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Hey, even the Aqua, just one of the Aqua, she said edifying camp, so she understands. You know.
Hey man, maybe the Lord might, protect her in the day.
We want to give double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Oh, we got a scoffer, suckers. Why you watching suckers, man? You know. We want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth. Peace and blessings and salutations to the elect. Lord willing, you will edify. Shalom. Lord willing, we'll see you brothers next week. Shalom. Shalom, suckers.
I'm not wasting my time watching suckers.